Hello students, this is lecture 4 of alcohols, phenols and ethers. Here we are going to learn a second method of preparations of the alcohols. Second method is from alkene. And the thing is very simple over here. From alkene, and I will write here hydration of alkene. Hydration of alkene. Now word hydration, what does it represent? Whenever I say a word hydration, it represents a addition of the water. Like whenever we feel thirsty, right, what we do, we just drink water, we consume some water. What is happening? The addition of water is happening to our body, right? Same way what we are going to do over here is we are going to add water to the alkene. Means in simple terms, if I want to show you what exactly is the hydration, I'll take one alkene, a simplest alkene I'm taking, that is CH2. Yeah, this is the name is a propene of this alkene, and I am adding a water molecule to this. Water molecule means molecule has two parts. If I split this water molecule in this way, H plus and OH minus, then it has a positive part and the negative part. Now here, if we j- if we see the things, then it will go via Markovnikov's addition. What does the Markovnikov's rule says that a negative part of the adding species goes to the carbon which has less number of hydrogens in a carbon-carbon double bond of the alkene. Like whenever we try to add any molecule, the positive and negative part is there. So negative part of the adding species goes to the carbon which has a less number of hydrogens in a carbon-carbon double bond. Means here what I can expect is the negative part is OH, and according to the Markovnikov's rule, the product what we are going to get is this CH, OH, and a hydrogen is going to add on this carbon which has a more number of hydrogen, right? So this could be written in this way: CH3, CH, and CH3, and here is the OH. Name, like what is happening over here? This is the alcohol which is produced. So name of this alcohol will be since there are three carbons, propane to all is the name of the alcohol. See, this is where I have explained you a general way of adding water. So hydrating it. Now, hydration of the alkene in this concept, there are two ways we can do hydration. So we'll go to the next slide. It is one is direct hydration. One method is, I will say, direct addition of the water, direct addition of water, or a direct addition of the H2O, and other method is indirect addition. Indirect addition of H2O. Now, direct addition means whenever I say the word direct addition, I will write the name of the reaction, which reaction we are going to do. And then I will discuss about the reagents, what reagents will be used over there, and why it is called as direct. And indirect addition, I will be using, again, I will be writing the reaction and the reagents over there, and let us discuss why it is called as a indirect addition. Okay, so in direct addition, name of the reaction which we will be discussing is a acid catalyzed hydration. Okay, and in indirect addition, the name of the reaction is a hydroboration oxidation. In short, we say this is to be a HBO. Uh, Short form, we describe this reaction to be in this manner. So I'm going to do both these reactions simultaneously. So it will be, see, whenever we compare reactions, okay, organic chemistry, the one way of learning organic chemistry is always compare reaction, how one reaction is different from the other, right? That is the best way of comparing and learning. So here, that is the simple thing what is I'm going to do over here. So first is I'm going to discuss acid catalyzed hydration. I'll write a general reaction. This is the alkyl group and this is the alkene, and I am adding water to this. Always remember, when I am doing acid catalyzed hydration means I can write over here a H plus. H plus represents a acid. So the acidic part, if I want to write a acid, it could be a H plus. The meaning of the H plus means it could be a HCl, or it could be a HNO3, it could be H2SO4. Sometimes they will mention all these things, but many of the times it will just written as a H plus. Okay, and in the presence of water. This is what the hydration is. So this is acid catalyzed, means here the acid is acting as the catalyst, means to speed up the reaction. Okay, mechanism part I'll do later separately. I'll do the mechanism part, but if we compare both this reaction, what is happening in that, that will be better for us to understand. Now in this case, if I want to write the product, it will follow Markovnikov's reaction. Means we are calling this to be a direct reaction because the H plus part is coming from the this water molecule, and OH is also coming from this water molecules, and I will write the product as CH, because this will become CH3, because other part of the water, that hydrogen, will come over here and OH will come over here. Means in short, what we are getting is a secondary alcohol. Now at the other end, there is a hydroboration oxidation. Let us understand how this is different from the, and why it is called as indirect addition of water or indirect hydration, R, CH, CH2. And the reagents, what I am going to write over here is the reagents are B2H6, or it could be written to be BH3. Okay, this is a boron, borohydride. Other reagents are H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide, in the presence of base. Now, what do you get? If you see, we get a alcohol like this, CH, then CH2. This will become CH2, and this is CH2OH. Now, if you compare both these alcohols, the product what we are getting is a one. In one case, I am getting a secondary alcohol, and in other case, I am getting a primary alcohol. If you are not understanding what is primary and secondary alcohol, just watch my previous lecture. Lecture 1 you can watch, lecture 2 you can watch, and you will understand what is a primary and secondary alcohol. Now, why this is called as a indirect hydration means, in this case, if you see the reagents, then it is BH3, right? Borohydride we are using. And so here H plus, which is added over here, right? H plus, which is added over here, is from BH3, this reagent, or B2H6. And the OH part, OH minus, negative part, which is also added over here, is from H2O2. This is from H2O2. That's why this reaction, both these reactions are called as one of the reaction is called as indirect addition, and this is direct addition because hydrogen and OH is from the same part. Now the thing is, there are a lot of differences in both these reactions. Um, one first difference what we can identify directly is, in one case there is a secondary alcohol and other case we are getting a primary alcohol. This is the first difference. This is what we are getting uh, here. We are getting Markonikov's product, means Markonikov's product. Markonikov's product, what does it say is that Markonikov's product means negative part will go to the carbon which has a less number of hydrogen. As in this case, you can see that the negative part of that negative part is OH minus, that is going to the carbon which has less number of hydrogen, and the positive part will go to the carbon which has more number of hydrogen. This is what the Markonikov's product is, and getting a secondary alcohol. Uh, Here we are getting a primary alcohol means it is anti-Markonikov's product. Okay, I can say over here this is anti product. But remember students, I have written anti-Markovnikov product just the way because it is giving me a primary alcohol. Means the OH part, the negative part is going and attacking to the carbon which has more number of hydrogen. That's why. But the mechanism which is followed by a hydroboration oxidation is completely different. What is followed for an anti-Markovnikov's actual reaction. Now here in the mechanism part, whenever it is a mechanism in the second point, okay, let's consider this is to be a second point. First point was this. First point of difference was this primary alcohol, and I am getting a one in case secondary alcohol, and other is primary alcohol. In second point of difference is a secondary, that is Markovnikov's and the anti-Markovnikov's product. Third point of difference I will write here to be, here there is in reaction intermediate there is formation of carbocation. Okay, there is a formation of carbocation, and here there is no formation of carbocation. Now if we go into the more depth of this reaction, see, uh, if we go into the more depth of this reaction, then now, what, how does it matter whether there is a formation of a carbocation or there is no formation of the carbocation? Remember, students, whenever there is a formation of carbocation, there is always a possibility of the rearrangement. Okay, so always a carbocation. Remember this carbocation, carbocation. Space is not enough, so carbocation. What I can write is rearrangement is possible. Rearrangement is possible. Rearrangement of the right, rearrangement of carbocation is possible. So to understand a rearrangement of the carbocation, what is that exactly? In that case, you are going to learn about a hydride shift. Okay, something called as hydride shift. Then methyl shift, or one more thing is possible is ring expansion. Okay, all these things take place. All these things takes place to increase the stability of the carbocation. Okay, all these things takes place to increase the stability of carbocation. Okay, I will make a separate video how the rearrangements in a carbocation take place and how it increases the stability of the carbocation. So I'll end this lecture over here. Till then, you can understand this reaction nicely. Thank you so much. Bye.